that LinkedIn thing. So this time I'm doing means again student queries because a lot of students have a lot of queries. So I'm doing that again. Okay, so what is happening? Okay, no, no, the FPS. Okay, some problem is okay. No problem. Okay, hope everything is right now. Okay. Yeah. So so this Friday evening live I do every time, and in this Friday evening live I solve a lot of queries a lot of students have, and a lot of people from other other backgrounds they have this queries. So I try to solve them, and even if someone comes live here, I try to they can ask me any question, and I will try to solve their things. So there are a lot of career doubts. See, technical doubt is not the only doubt. The career doubt is also a very big doubt which a lot of people have. So this career doubt is what I try to solve in this thing. Means I used to do a lot of one-to-ones, but nowadays I don't have much time. But then also I try to do this one-to-one wherever I get time. But nowadays I am not having that much time. But previous 2-3 months I have done around maybe around 50-60 one-to-ones, and I came to know a lot about people, a lot of the problems which they have. And India actually there are broadly you can say that people who are from non-IT background they have 2-3 kinds of problem, and people from IT background have on 2-3 kinds of problem, because was that was the thing which I came to know after. Okay, why is my screen? Wait, one sec. My camera is on. I am live on Insta also. Okay, I have to move the camera. Okay, I'm live on Insta, but it was on the opposite way. Okay, that was okay. Yeah, so I'm live on Insta also. Okay, so let us learn about those things, and let me then tell about what is there. Okay, so let us learn about those things, what I have learned from different people. So the first thing is that a lot of BE mechanical people used to connect with me, and I have very good news. I will tell about that later on. That the BE mechanical people. So BE mechanical people are really are they really actually in India there is not many BE mechanical jobs are there. Okay, the mechanical jobs are there in the Middle East, but Middle East is also sort of closing off. So that problem is there. Hello Neva. So that is closing off, so that is again a problem because it is almost closed off. Hello Masam, hello everyone. So as telling that Middle East is generally closing off, and in so there are not much mechanical job. And what happens with mechanical job, which I have interacted with a lot of mechanical people, that if they go in the same industry, if they go into the mechanical industry only, means they get very bad job. Means those jobs sometimes they have to work with lot of laborers, and sometimes the distinction is also not there, because that is what someone told me. Actually from Bhopal, he told me that he used to work in Pune, and there was no distinction between the laborer and the people engineers and all, and they also used to do some kind of those kind of job, and those jobs used to be very toll taking, because they used to be 16 hours. They used to be toll taking on the health and all those things. And then after that, what happens, the mechanical people in India, the most number of jobs are in technology only, just like in the US also. Everywhere the technology, everything is going to technology. So every job is in technology, everything is moving to technology, every job is there in the technology. In US, what happened, either you do a technology job or you do some other. There are no mechanical jobs, and all those things are there also, not much, many of them are there. Some of the specialized things are in the Europe, most of the things are in China, and all those things are there. So they have technology job, and that is a good thing for US, because they have made into technology so much. And there also, if people don't get into technology, they live a very bad life, and they have to become waiter or something like. It is not like the waiter doesn't earn that much and all, but it's very good. But then also there also same problem is that India also something same to like that only there. So this mechanical person I was talking to, he was telling that he's Pune, he was not working in a good job, and then he have to come back to Bhopal. And here, after coming back to Bhopal, he did did MBA in HR, just like most people do, and then he become an HR in an IT company. Okay, I'm good, Videsh. So he did HR in the IT company, and then he was stuck into IT. But the HR people in IT company doesn't earn that much, and in most of the companies, what happens, they keep on earning. That means the salary doesn't get increased. And in place like Bhopal, you can't get more than 15,000 even after 7-8 years you're there. So he's there, and he wanted to become a web developer, and I have told I will guide him. Okay, and that is there, but. Yeah, that is the. And I recently got a very good news also. Means those who don't know, means those who are following me on LinkedIn from quite some time, they know that this good news is what I'm telling about. See, I teach both paid batches, and I teach also on my YouTube. YouTube also, I have month long web app development courses in which the first week I teach CSS, second week I teach JavaScript, and third week I teach React. So one person is there. I'm from Bhopal, so I spent most of my life in metros, but came back to Bhopal to start my own at tech company. I 16 years in Mumbai, Pune, and Bangalore, of course, the hub of IT. So 16 years, like 16 years there. Then I came back to start my own IT company because I see what is the problem there and all this. I also wanted to come back. So I started my own IT company, but that was in my mind. I started my mainly ad tech company, but I do services also. Services, I provide services also to some startups because I have a small service company also. So someone is asking. So let me tell also. Uh, that is there, and right now I'm in Bhopal for the past 1 years, and left my job in September 2021 to become a full-time trainer to teach people to get into web development. I'm getting very good success in that, and because a lot of people are become web development, I teach corporate also. I have my own batches also. Corporate, I did a lot of training, and a lot of people I have teach. They were freshers, but they had got into the company. Means it was very good. And beside that, I teach on my YouTube also. YouTube, I have month long web app development program which are there, and people really benefit for that because I got the first proof some time back because someone contacted me. See, I always say that you create a project, you after that you have to showcase to the world. Now that there is something is going on which is known as coding in the public. So coding in the public is very important. So coding in the public, what does that mean? Means every project you have to showcase. All of my students who are in my paid batches also, it is mandatory for them to showcase their projects in the public. So that is something which is very mandatory for them also. But if you are following from me from YouTube also, you have to do like that. A lot of people understand that thing. Okay, and then what they do, they start pushing those project on LinkedIn, and they start tagging me. So you're free to tag me. And if you go to my LinkedIn, I have around 19,000 connections which I have created in the past 4 years. 19,000 connection creation is a very very tough thing on LinkedIn. Okay, anywhere 19,000 connection is not and LinkedIn actually have 30,000 connection limit. Those who don't know, after that what happens, everyone started becoming your followers. You cannot have more connection than 30,000. So around 19,000, it is almost I am done with my connection, and another 10,000 it will be done. And the thing is that I'm connected to everyone. I'm connected to most startups people, most HR, and I get really daily hundreds of messages that we need React.js developer, React.js developer, and React.js developer. So everybody needs React.js developer. So that is something you have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. So it's very easy to get a web app developer job. Okay, learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, do some JavaScript project, do some CSS project, and do a lot of React.js project, and do some complicated React.js projects also. Post them on the LinkedIn, get a job. Tag me, tag some, get connected with some good people, have some thousand people in your connection, which you can easily get in 3 4 months and get a job. It is very easy to get a job, and the proof is that a person actually got a job following these things. Okay, so means let me okay. So he recently contacted me, means 2 days back only he contacted me, and then he told that, sir, I got a job at he and the best thing is that means best thing is that, okay, let me also show for a bit. Okay, show not for long, but let me show for a bit. Okay, okay. So see, this person, he actually pinged me on WhatsApp because I'm in connection with a lot of people on WhatsApp, and he is into means he's a mechanical engineer. He followed my advice and start doing the projects on LinkedIn. Start tagging me soon. Actually, I will ask him means once he get into the job, and I'll ask him to tag me. Okay, so I cannot tell his name right now. So he got a job in a local company. Okay, is someone might be thinking, okay, he's getting only 12,500 per month as a package, but it is a lot for a person from a mechanical background. Mechanical people don't even touch a laptop in a correct way. Those who don't know that, mechanical people don't know means B computers and B electronics people touch computer in the way a software developer touches. But a mechanical people they don't know that much computer. For them, it is totally alien thing. And if I'm able to help someone in mechanical, actually I have some mechanical engineers in my paid batches also. So it is very tough to teach them, but they have to do a lot of effort from their side, because those things means sometimes it seems very easy, because when I have started I thought that okay, this coding thing is very easy and all, but not for everyone. Coding is not, sometimes those JavaScript logic doesn't goes into brain. HTML CSS will go, but JavaScript logic will not go. So that is like that. JavaScript is logic is sometimes that is not that much easy to learn. Okay, so that is there, and hope everybody is able to see. Okay, so I've stopped sharing, so it is okay. So that is there. As I've told, JavaScript logic is not always that much easy to learn. So that is there, and if and what else? So that is one of the problem which people have. Okay, mechanical engineer, some other people and all those things, they want to become they want to come into IT. And as always I have shown this thing, it is very easy. It is not very easy. You have to do a lot of efforts from your side, you have to learn a lot, and that is there. So some other thing which always come to me is like, yeah, that is a truth of a society, and that comes to me a lot. A lot of people after the engineering, they waste around 2 to 3 years preparing for government jobs. And this is so common. Literally I didn't knew that it is still so common, because in our age, means when we used to do this thing, this used to happen a lot. A lot means a lot. Means, especially the generation before my generation, because I have a 16 years experience, because then I means got a job in 2004. So the generation just before me, they used to waste around 10 years in preparing for government job, because all of many of my relatives have done that thing. 10 years preparing for government job, till 30 days to prepare for job, government job, because there were not many many means private jobs were there, but still that mindset was there. But that mindset have not yet changed. That I have came to, I thought that mindset is changed, because one of my neighbor is preparing for, means I have come to Bhopal, and after I came to Bhopal, I know that in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, that mindset is even more, because people don't know that the means the world belong to skills. You have a skill, you'll get a job. There is no way that you have a skills and you cannot get a job. You don't need a degree also. See, in US, the waiters are becoming software developers at all. So US, all the companies have removed one thing. Those who don't know, all the see, everybody works for US only. Yes, all the big companies are the US. Everybody want to be a FANG developer, and all those things are there. So somewhere or the other, you are going to work for a US company. Means if you, even if you become a freelancer, you are going to work for a US company also only, somewhere down the line. US is IT, software, everything combined. Okay, so most people don't work, and both people also like freelancing for doing for the US company. So that is there, and there all the software companies have removed that thing that you need to be an engineer or something to become a IT professional. Everything from Google to Facebook to Insta, everything, everybody have removed. In India, it is not like that. But India, the biggies, the phase, the Infosys and TCS, all those have. They don't have that thing right now. You have to be an engineer, especially BE computers or electronics, to get into Infosys or TCS. The best thing is that they are not the only thing. And the other good thing is that they pay very less. They pay very less, means they will sign you a 2 year bond, and they will give you. I'm not telling it is very bad. So because I also take some interviews also, because I have a service company also, as I've told. I am taking some interviews, and also, and for my friends also I take interviews. Okay, my friends company, because in when you go into startup, you start helping everybody. Okay, so that is like that. I also help my friends also. So all those things are there. Okay, so that is there. And so that I came to know that means it is what I was saying. Okay, so this Infosys and all, they are there. They have a bond and all. But one more thing is, I'm taking a lot of interviews nowadays. So a lot of people from Infosys comes, who after 2 years they get out in the industry and all. For 2 years they have very less salary. But those who are good, even I think even Infosys or TCS are also, a lot of people say bad about them. It is not like that. They're training you. They're training complete fresher. They have got around 6 months of training of React JS and all those things. So some of the interviews I have taken, they are really good. So suppose you are from an engineering background, you engineering is still engineering. They will teach you what? They will teach you Java. They will teach you Java and C++ is the world, but it is not. Java and C++ are not the world. And I have taken people interviews for Infosys. They're really good. Means after, okay, for 2 years you are stuck at a 3 lakh job, 3 LPA job. They give 3 LP, 3.2 LPA, something is that fixed. Every company for Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, for 2 years you are stuck at 3 LPA with a bond. But after that they came out, means they are getting paid 10 lakh. Means the moment they come out of there, and if they have a React.js skills or even an Angular skills is also required a lot. All these front end skills if they have, they get a 10 LPA job easily a 10 LPA job. So 10 LPA after 2 years, but the thing is that if you're not in Infosys, if you're in some startup and all, after 1 year you get a 10 LPA job, because I'm also hiring for my company. I'm not getting resources below that. 10 LPA is something minimum. So for a React.js developer with 1 year of experience, 10 LPA is a lot of money. Lot of money means 10 LPA means like you'll easily get 60,000 to 70,000 in a hand. And trust me, it's a lot of money in India, because again I have talked to a lot of people, and like that means most of the people here are stuck in a 15,000 job. They think, okay, once they're stuck in a 15,000 job, it is very difficult to get out of that loop. That is also something which I've seen a lot of after talking to a lot of people. Okay, and parents, I don't know, parents also think like that. Okay, their age of government job is done, means now no government jobs are there. See, even if I start preparing for government job, there is no government jobs are there. Government doesn't want to give government job, then where there are government job? There are no government job. But then also in small cities, and sometimes in big cities also, in metros also, people think like that. Means they think, means sometimes parents don't understand this thing, that the world have changed in a very fast pace, and it is getting changed in a very faster pace. Okay, so that happens, and they force their kids to do this government jobs preparation, and they will say that, okay, we'll support you for 4 year 5 years, and any time of years, and we'll support you. Something like that has happening to my neighbor's son, and stuck at his home for the past 4 years. Maybe another 4 year you will get stuck, because there is something wrong also in the government jobs. You can see most people prepare for UPSC or MPSC or state PSC, something like that. UPSC only 3 4 years are there, but state PSC, it's more than 10 years. So those 10 years are there, they're wasting those things. Okay, so that is their, those uh, those 10 years the people are wasting, and they are wasting. I have someone in my paid batch also. He has done 4 years to do for government jobs, because of his family pressure. Family told, okay, you have to do a government job only. Even if you're done engineering, you have to we want that red light. I don't know what people have, that thing with that red light blinking on their car. Everybody want that red light. But even I have heard that even that red light is going to be privatized. So everybody wants the red light in the car, and even not like the red light only, they can do anything. Clerical job and all those jobs also they can do. A government job is there, but yeah, a lot of time is wasted. So I get a lot of students who have wasted at least 2 to 4 years preparing for government job, and then they want to come to the IT industry. And if it was only Infosys and TCS job, they would have not never been able to come back to the IT industry, because many of my relatives were never able to come back to the mainstream. That is a fact. In the 90s, they have wasted their 10 years after they were never able to come back to the mainstream, and they have to do very, very, very worst job which they can do. But it is a good time to be here. It is a good time to be in this decade. Even if you waste 4 years, even if you waste 10 years, it doesn't matter. Because of the startups, we have jobs. I have jobs in my startup. I have jobs in my company. In my company, I can give people job in React.js, and easily I can pay them 40,000. I can pay them 40,000. 1 year React.js experienced person, I can pay 40,000. But I know that is also very little, and I have to compete with other startups. Okay, I have to compete with others. 40,000 is not less. Who said 40,000 less? Even government people don't get that much. 60,000 government people don't get paid that much. And you should not be afraid to do the job and all those things are nonsense. Means in government job, if you go, you have to live a life like that. Okay, it is not like that. Okay, so that's what I was telling. A lot of people base that. I'm in contact with students from the north, south, everywhere, total where everywhere in India, and everywhere the story is the same. A lot of student comes to me and who have wasted 2 to 4 years of their life. And there are some people on YouTube also who are telling that, okay, it is not like that, you can do that. Okay, so what to learn after? So I got a good question. What to learn after Munstack? Nothing. Munstack is the end game. So if you want to go much, means if you nothing else to learn, means if you want to go specialized, then see, the thing is, okay, someone was talking to me on the on some student was talking to me on WhatsApp today. So, and she was telling me that, okay, Munstack is not a real stack. one stack is not a full stack. It's not a real stack. She was telling me, and she read some blog that one stack developer are not considered full stack developer. Only Java developer with React.js are considered full stack developer. It's not like that. It is never that one stack developer not considered full stack developer. If you are a one stack developer, stay one stack developer. See what happens. Okay, I will tell you everything about one stack development. So a startup is been launched, they will 99% go for one stack. See, they will not go for some Laravel or something like that. Sometimes they can go. Actually, I am preparing a product for a client. So that client had made the backend himself, and he created it in a your Django. Django Flags are very easy as a backend. So he created in that, and we have to create the front end in React.js like that. But OneStack is something which is very scalable. See, the thing is that Node.js they can take the load after Java. The best language to take the load is Node.js. So Node is what at one time a number of connection what is been created. So what happens with Node.js is the second best thing. Django and Flask are not even near anywhere. Don't even talk about Laravel and PHP. They are nowhere taking the load. So 99% of good startups who get funding also they will use Node.js till they scale to Flipkart level. Now you're understanding what is Flipkart level. So Flipkart level, everybody understand what is Flipkart level. Flipkart get in 1 second like millions of hits. And at that time, Node.js cannot handle it. Okay, Node.js cannot handle it. At that time, you need something like Java only. Java is the best language for backend. Period. Okay, it is the best language for backend. Node.js cannot handle a Flipkart level of data. Okay, the thing is that so Node.js cannot handle a Flipkart level of data. So Java you have to learn. Golang is also very good, and Golang is also like Java. But the problem is that very small user base is there. A lot of company will not get developer, so they will not ask for Golang developer. A lot of companies will not at all get Golang developer. So Golang has not taken that way it should have taken. Means very small community, very small developer community, not much help you are going to get and all those things. But Golang also I've heard it is similar to Java, and a lot of people are getting away from Java. See, uh, what should you go after React in front end? Okay, so someone is asking, so let me answer. So React in front end, after React in front end, you should not go after anything. You'll easily get a job with just React in front end, because see, even if you want to go with something, go for one stack developer, because see, Node.js is also JavaScript, React is also JavaScript. Very easy to become a one stack developer, and I have on my channel also a lot of one stack projects, and you can ask me the playlist and all. So that is there. So you after React, you should be a one stack developer. That is the thing which you should do after React, because that opens a lot of doors, because that opens the doors to a lot of startups. With the startups, what happens, they would love a person to have a one knowledge, because early stage startups are generally they are not that much into funding and all those things. See, the moment a company grows big, they will have a separate front end team and separate back end team. The last project in which I have worked means in my company, I was leading a team of 10 front end developers, not back end developers. Okay, 10 front end developer, and the back end was in Node.js, but I was not a Node.js developer. There are more than 50 people in the project, and it took us 2 years to create it. Okay, it took 2 years to create it. So it is like that. Okay, so yeah, you should go with front end only, because the 90% jobs are in front end developer. React.js developer is so much in demand that you should not even think about Node.js right now. Means all everybody I tell this only. You learn only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. First get a job, then you can think to do other things. See, I teach Angular also on my channel. I have certification course for Angular also. I teach Node.js certification courses also. I teach Redux certification courses also. Everything is there on my channel. So every month, but the main thing is that always the first week is CSS, second week is JavaScript, third week is React. It is fixed. Why? Because these are the only things which is required. How to be a developer? Can you please tell step by step? Okay, awesome. So to be a developer, you need to do means as I've told means always HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js to be a web developer. Yeah, Golang develop openings are too high, because that is as I've told, everybody is trying to move away from Java. Why? Because Java has become a bit of proprietary and all. So anything which is very less people knows, you will always get high openings in there. See, Java was earlier used to develop the Android apps on also, but nowadays everybody has moved to Kotlin. So there was some proprietary thing happened when Java was purchased by Oracle, I think. So something was happening at that time. So there is no new technology in front end. Only React is there. Okay, yeah. So what new technology you can learn in front end? I'm a React JS. You can go for Next.js. And last week in my channel is next week is React JS week. After that it is Next.js. Go for Next.js. React Native also, it is there on my channel, but React Native is sometimes it's very difficult. A lot of bugs are there in React Native. Okay, so it's still a pain, and another pain is that you need to have a very high end system. Next.js is the best thing to do, and means you become a React Native developer. It's completely changes everything. You go into that mobile app domain. I know React Native is still the winner because the for Flutter came, but Flutter just sort of flopped kind of a thing. Still React Native is everything. So but still have a lot of bugs React Native, and you need a very high end system for that. And one of the reason I purchased a Mac also recently for that, because I do some React Native also. It doesn't take, Windows system doesn't even take the load for React. You need Android Studio for that. It will not even means, don't even think about it for a without a 16 GB or 32 GB system. React Native is very means all the mobile development, it requires you to spend a lot of money on the hardware. But a React or all those things, those people don't know, it can be done with anything. Okay. And Golang openings. Okay, Golang openings. I think I have to tell about that. Golang openings. Yeah, Golang openings a lot. It's good to go with those things. And similar thing. One thing more, I know that those things which they are very less openings, but the demand is high, is very good to go. Okay, and like that, there is another thing. And another thing which I will tell. The secret means. I always tell about that learn estimates is JavaScript and React. The most number of jobs are there, but there are some specialized jobs also are there, which the entry level is very high. And even I will tell, if you want to go for those jobs, you can go for those jobs. And one such job is of a iOS developer or a Swift developer. Why? And this that is in very high demand. See, React Native cannot compete with the this native apps. Okay, React Natives cannot compete with the native apps made in iOS, or native app for Android made in Kotlin. Okay, and why I'm telling for iOS apps? iOS apps, there is a problem. There is a thing with iOS apps. It is logged in Apple ecosystem, so you need a Mac, and the cheapest Mac comes for how much? Mac. I just purchased a Mac Mini. It comes for 60,000 rupees. Not many people spend that 60,000 rupees in India. So that's why the that is a very specialized thing, iOS development. And I've learned this somewhere, and that iOS developers means, if you learn iOS development, it's tough also. It's very tough also, because I've done Swift development for some time. Means I have created some games and all those things, but that much only I've done. And because I love web development only, I don't go much away from although I know Angular, React Native also, I do a lot of things, but I don't go away from JavaScript ecosystem nowadays. I am stuck here only, and I want to be stuck here only because this is everything. This will go for the next 10 years. Means more than that, it will go. This JavaScript ecosystem is never going to go anywhere. So that is there. Okay, and what else? Yeah. So people are asking good questions, but what is the next plan? So if you are React.js developer, don't go for Angular. Um, don't go for Angular if you're React.js developer. The scope of Angular is very less. So it is mainly used in old companies, or if some companies it is using. But see, the jobs are like that. If there are 10 jobs, 7 are always in React, and only 2 will be in Angular, and 1 will be in Vue.js. So Angular is used a lot in service companies also, which I have seen, because I was working in a service and a products based company, so we used to move between. Sometimes we used to do Angular projects, sometimes we used to do React.js projects. So that's why I know both of them. Sometimes I do an Angular project, sometimes I done React project. Everything is JavaScript, so it's not that much difficult. Angular, the learning curve is way too high, and no startup will even touch Angular because it takes a lot of time to teach resource Angular. React.js, a JavaScript developer can learn React.js in 15 days, or JavaScript developer to learn React.js, it will take around Angular, it will take around 2 months because there are a lot of things are there in Angular. So that is there. Yeah, but yeah, it is excellent because again, it is very complicated. A lot of less people go there. So that is there. And okay, so I've done a lot, and I didn't do it for this much only, and I have I have a today the JavaScript last day is there, so those are new here. So I do this weekly, Monday to Friday things. Monday to Friday means full. I do everything. My CSS week, JavaScript week, React.js. This is the JavaScript week going on. Next week is React.js week. So Monday to Friday, 8:30 p.m. IST to 9:30 p.m. IST, and after that it will be next JS week. Everything is certifications on my channel. Where can I find? Yeah, just Google it. You can find the interview questions and answers. But the thing is that for the past 10 days, I've taken a lot of React.js interviews. I never asked a lot of theory questions to anyone. I never asked. Yeah, the Next.js certification is will start on what time? Let me see. Next.js certification will start out from 21st till 25th. Okay. So, Amar, on my channel, everything is certification nowadays. I do a lot of certification to people, means people love it, and those all certifications you can attend. Okay, so that is there, and yeah. So next days, as I've told, it is on 21st. Okay, it is on 21st, and as I told Viresh, you can find React questions. I will give you. There is a link, but most of the time React there are very less question. People will give you some small practical tasks to do because that is what I'm doing. Past I've taken more than 3,000 front-end interviews in my career. So I know, means I never take theory and all. Means React the theory is also very little. What I will ask, what is props and state? What is the life cycle method? How the Redux work? And the React.js interview is done in the theoretical path. React.js is that much only. But then if you cannot do something, so today I gave someone to do an API call and she was not able to do it. Means API call, if you cannot do it fetch or Axios, then it is very difficult to do something. Okay, so that is like something which you should always do if you are going for React.js interview. First, make sure that you know how to use Axios or Fetch, whatever you're comfortable with, because the interviewer are going to ask you to build some small project, do some API call, do some known API endpoints, and do something. Because even if you get some assignment, it will be like that only. Assignments are also like that. So everything will be like that. And with this, I'll end today's call because I have a call at 8:30 p.m. IST on my channel, live streaming day 5 of JavaScript. So hope to see some of you there. Okay, thank you all, and I'll meet you all at